Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
What's it feel like on this side of the coin?
I know. I've got readers now. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm sitting in here and now I understand what coaching is about. I'm seeing Coach and she's out there instructing, and I feel the same way when I'm back home in LSU. I'm like trying to get the girls into a system, get them into a play, trying to encourage them, motivate them as best I can. So I get it now. I get it now that I'm on the other side.
What's it like to be back here for this moment? Memories come back and you see Way as a coach, Brunson as a coach.
Right, and we never thought we would do this. And just to see them on that side, Waylon for sure, because she was such a great basketball mind as a player. Brunson the same, like a hard worker. So the Lynx have two of the best coaches. Like when you think about Brunson being able to motivate the players and just kind of show them the way, but Wade being a basketball mind, being able to instruct, Courtney Williams and Hyden and the people that are going to be playing that position, to see the floor and see some of the things that we saw when we were out there on the floor, because we were literally running some of the similar sets. So I'm glad to see them back, glad to see Wade back in the fold.
Why do you think so many of the folks on that team have gotten into coaching and the front office? I mean, you've got Renee's like a part owner now, and Monica's a GM. I mean, how did all this happen? Why do you think all those?
That's greatness.
I understand.
No, I'm just messing with you. No, but that's what it is. I don't know what the percentage of research is, but it shows that a lot of former athletes do become successful CEOs and people that run companies or businesses or coaches. When you think about coaching, we get those phone calls as soon as you retire. It's like you want to coach, and some of us kind of steer away from it, and some of us embrace it. For me, it was like a tug of war. I'm like, I don't know, but enough phone calls come through, and you take the opportunity. I feel like that's the calling that you should be, going along that line. That's your purpose in life or something like that. So that's kind of how I felt. I'm quite sure that's the same way Waylon and Brunson and others have felt as well.
What are some of the common denominators with all this, particularly this Lynx group that's got involved in coaching from this work?
The common denominator?
Yes.
Is that we see the game, we appreciate the game in ways that maybe some others don't. When you think about just the coaching aspect, it's very easy for us to be able to see the details of the game and be able to instruct the game. Monica was always a player that had a great business mind when you thought about the way that she moved in the WNBA. So it's only fitting to see her as the GM of that team and see the moves that she's going to potentially be making. But I think it's also just the fact that we are a great team and we know how to bring people together to work well together, and that's something that you need, especially when you think about sports teams.
Beyond how you see the game, is there anything you took specifically from Cheryl, like in terms of practice stuff or how she communicates with players or anything like that you
For sure, because I was a player that really I didn't want to come over here and talk to you all. I'm not I'm a communicator, but just not the best. So I learned a lot as far as tone, learning how to speak to each individual person, what can they handle, can't handle, how to bring them out of a slump, how to keep them motivated to continue on, streaking on, and if they're having great shooting nights or whatever it could be. So for myself, using my voice has been the biggest thing that I've literally paid attention to, how Coach Reeve and some of the other coaches, even Waylon and Brunson, now seeing them in their element has really helped me as a coach to be able to take back, with me.
Seimone, this morning I got the chance to look at the secondary market for tickets for tomorrow's game. You've sold quite a few seats for people to come see you. How do you feel about, getting in front of those Lynx fans? They're still as loud as they've ever been.
I know. I know. I watched. Sloan just asked me. She was like, "Do you keep up with the game?" I'm like, Sloan, yes, I keep up with every game, especially the Lynx games. I told her I was kind of pissed the other night that all the games came on at the same time, but obviously the Lynx always have my heart. And it's good to see the fans are still here. It's still packed. It's still loud. And for me, I'm always thankful for the support that I've had for the Lynx fan, and as well as the love. Like, it feels good every time you come back here. People see you, they bring up a memory, and you're like, yeah, I remember that, and you just kind of share those moments. So it always feels good to be back in the Twin Cities.
You and Fee overlap 1 year. Did you see this potential in her from the start?
Yes, I did. I seen the maturity, obviously, and I seen the observation. Like she was very quiet like myself, and she would just sit back and watch myself and Seal kind of lead the team and see how we would go about our business. And now I see all of those similarities in the way that she goes about her business on the court, like the way that she plays, the way that she leads by example first, but then also vocally you see her kind of instructing her teammates and cheering them on, or if she got to get on them a little bit, she'll do the same. But her level of play, I knew it would increase. It's just a matter of figuring out the game and keep getting up to the tempo and the pace of the W, but it was only a matter of time, and I guess this is her time.
She was saying earlier that she felt like she was a baby bird here, and you and still kind of took her away. Wouldn't let her pay for anything, meals. I guess what she was talking about is that you guys as veterans accepted her in, and she kind of learned from that. I think she's doing the same thing now. I mean, do you feel like maybe you had an impact on her that way?
I think in my latter years, you get ready to leave out, and the new talent is coming in, and you have to embrace it. We didn't never want to see the dynasty end. If we could have just kept rolling, we would have wanted to roll. And so we know that Fee was going to be the face. She ended up being Rookie of the Year my last year, and she was going to be able to carry the torch and lead. So we have to show her how we led. So we took all of the younger players under our wings to make sure that they understood this is how we go about our business, and this is the Lynx way. Right. And she's done a great job. I see all the same stuff. We have the rumor board, we have the same chants, the same cheers, the same everything. So she's done an amazing job of keeping our tradition and our legacy alive.
And as a player, she made her first appearance in the finals last year. I think at the same point in her career that you made your first appearance in the finals.
Really?
But as kind of the cornerstone of the new kind of generation, do you think she's kind of then upholding kind of all the things that you kind of made special here as a group?
Yeah, she has. That's what I'm saying. I see all the similarities. Like literally nothing has changed but the players that are on the floor. But everything that we've done, how we go about our business, she's carried that along. And even just seeing the way that she goes about her business, with the intensity in which she has. I ain't never seen Fee get a little spunky out there. She'll rough them up a little bit. They had a little scuffle the other night, and I was kind of proud. I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. We don't take no stuff. So I'm glad to see that the ladies are doing well.
For you, when you came into the Lynx, had so much success in college, and those first few seasons were a little tough. How did you stay mentally?
What's funny is that my vet is actually here, Tamika Raymond Williams at the time, and she was one that pulled me under her wing and just kind of showed me the way. And obviously we were one of the worst teams in the league, and we just laughed about it. We won 10 games a season those first three or 4 years was the laughing stock, but we still went about our business. She still taught me I had to go out there and play as hard as I can, continue to come in here, get my work in, or whatever I had to do to prepare for basically the moment that I didn't see coming, which was when we became a dynasty team.
Kayla was just talking about how she really admired, you could score 40 any night, but you chose not to some nights to spread the ball around. You played good defense. Kayla kind of has that same style of play where she could probably score more, but she doesn't often. Do you see a little bit of yourself in Kayla too?
Kayla, Courtney, a bit of players, and that's what makes a great team. Yes, I could have went and got 40, but it probably would have got harder for me to do so. It would have been tougher. You know what I'm saying? It would be tougher on my team, harder for us to win. I'm looking around and I got Lindsay Whalen, Maya Moore, Rebecca Bronson, Sylvia Fowles, who wouldn't want to pass the ball, and I feel like it's the same for her. She's looking around and MVP is standing there. Courtney Williams is standing here, one of the best mid-range shooters in the game. You got Carly Samuels. You name it, you got players that are capable of doing their job and doing it well. So get up off the rock and make your life a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. So what's it like working with Coach Mulkey?
Mulkey is Mulkey, and every day is something new, it's something fun. And interesting. I'm learning a lot, and she allows me to kind of get my hands dirty, get on the court and do some things that young coaches can't. Like we were talking about, my voice. She allows me to get on the court during practice, and even sometimes during the games, express myself and get the girls back on track. So I'm forever thankful for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.